Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel Zoe, and you're listening to Climbing in Heels for your weekly dose of glamour, inspiration, and fun. A very happy Black Friday to you all. Yes, I cannot believe it's that time of year where inboxes are flooded with promotional emails and every commercial is about the same major sale. We did a gifting episode on the pod last year and everyone was so obsessed with it that I am back again this year to answer all of your gifting questions, or at least some of you, as many as I can. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions on Instagram. We got a lot. So I wanted to jump right in. And back, of course, this week to help is my producer, Mary Elizabeth. So let's get started.
Here we are with the wizard of gifting herself.
Oh, God.
We're back again. Happy Black Friday.
Happy Black Friday.
'Tis the season. It's that time of year where Rachel's DMs and everyone she talks to asks her a million questions about what to get who.
And by the wizard, do you mean obsessive?
Obsessive. Rachel's love language is gift giving. Not that she doesn't have others.
It is, though. It really is.
But your I would say your number one.
Yeah.
Is gift giving.
I think for people that know Virgos, sometimes we don't necessarily verbalize our feelings. So I think sometimes it's through food, it's through caretaking, and it's definitely for me through gift giving. Yes. And I won't just give a random gift. I won't do it. And I've never re-gifted. And I've never, I obsess. It's probably to a fault, honestly.
Yeah, it's part of your Virgo-ness. Okay, we had a lot of DMs.
Okay.
So I want to jump right in so we can answer as many listener and follower questions as we can.
Okay, let's do it.
I want to kick you off with a question that literally came in more than any other question.
Oh, God.
And it's your own personal.
Oh, God. I hope I can answer
it's
this
your
one.
Own personal hell when you're gift giving. And the question is, what do I get my tween or teen, boy or girl?
Oh my God.
What do we gift?
Honestly, it's awful. It's truly awful. Okay. So I'm going to first do the cop out easy gift. Okay.
Right. We love that though.
A cop out no brainer. If you really don't know something they want, or you're not totally convinced it's something they would love, gift cards are paramount. They are fail safe. They make them so happy because they can, if they only get one, they'll use it to buy something. If they get 10, they'll save up to buy the thing they're dreaming of. Yes. And trust me, for teens, there is something they are dreaming of every day. The problem is the dreaming is so expensive. It's insane.
Gotcha.
So whereas we come off of Legos and Magnetiles and dinosaurs or hair braiding kits and jewelry making, the tween teen thing is they want blow dries, manicures, but they don't want regular manicures. They want painted manicures. They want chrome manicures. They want manicures that are 10x the price of just a mani-pedi, right?
Classic manicure.
So even for girls or for boys, I think a mani-pedi gift card is great. Right? Yeah. A facial. A treatment, because for teens now it's a lot about the skin, right?
Say skincare for the girls and the boys, but they're so obsessed with
so let's talk about
skincare,
that.
beauty.
Yeah.
That's a great gift.
I am going to say that if you ever want to know where tweens and teens hang out in their free time, go to a Sephora or go to an Ulta. And the funny part is now I'm seeing so many boys there.
Oh, totally.
And I will say for one, and he's going to kill me, but my son has taken my crazy luxury, super expensive skincare. He comes in, he goes, Mom, do you have niacinamide? Mom, do you have vitamin C serum?
Insane.
Mom, do you have hair thickening spray?
Oh, wow.
So he's going to kill me for saying that, but I would say that rightfully I have a boy mom chat.
Yes.
And it is like a comedy sketch.
Yep.
Because of the amount of products and the amount of hair dryers and the amount of Dysons that have gone missing, amount of hair tools.
And those are expensive. Those are $500.
All of my Tom Ford cologne is
Okay.
missing.
I want you to talk about this because I was shook to my core to learn. Again, Sky might kill us, but
Thankfully, he
Sky-
doesn't listen to my podcast.
No, he doesn't. There's no way.
So no one tell him.
13-year-old, right? He's obsessed with fragrance,
Obsessed.
and I'm so shook by that. I think it's so funny.
Okay, so I blame the TikTokers and the YouTubers.
They're
The-
always to blame. By the
The
way,
number one thing that I am going to blame them for is the worst hair trend to ever come through boys since the bowl cut of Beetle era. I cannot wrap my head around why these broccoli mop heads exist. It is the worst. It doesn't look good.
it's the alpaca hair.
It is the alpaca hair. And I can't. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone who has a teen boy who has the alpaca hair, give them hair products, luxury or whatever is in your budget.
Yep.
Give them cologne.
Yep.
Give them skincare
Yep.
because some of them are too embarrassed to buy what they think is for girls.
It's
you know.
good to get them a skincare, like a system too.
Oh
Remember,
yeah.
like, the
Remember
3
they're in acne era, so they
Right.
can't use a lot of the things that we're pounding our faces with, like oils and things like that. They really cannot use that stuff. And like obviously they shouldn't necessarily have anti-aging things, and some of these things may be too heavy or too strong or whatever, but I do think there are things that that are very clean, that are like
Yes.
lighter, that are maybe oil free, that don't have mineral base, certain things that are definitely more teen focused. You can ask your derm if they're too embarrassed about it. But I think those are amazing gifts. And I think if you don't know what, give them, again, the gift card.
Yeah.
Cash is key with teens, right? So I think that sneakers,
That's such a good. Sneakers is also your boy's
default,
obsessed.
Adidas Sambas, default.
Sambas are everywhere. They'll never
Nope.
go away.
Nope.
You saying cash is king for teens is so funny and so true because there's innately something that happens, I feel like, when you're gifting your tween child, no matter what it is, they're like embarrassed. They're like, Mom, like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't need that sweatshirt or I don't need that whatever. I think the gift card is genius because it gives them the freedom to select what they want,
1,000%.
even though like you would have gotten it for them anyway.
All of my
they want the
children's,
freedom.
all
Yeah.
of my boys' friends now, and Caius is turning 11.
Yes.
And Sky will be 14 in March. Every one of their friends gets gift cards now.
Yeah.
Unless there's something specific, like one of his friends wanted like a Supreme hoodie, right?
Sure,
so a
that's-
couple kids went in on it,
Right,
and
'cause those are so expensive.
yes.
Right.
So I think things like that. If you know that one, I also think that group gifts are great.
Yes.
100%
100%.
group gifts are great.
You also, quick caveat, and we'll move on. You also are great at gifting your kids things, activities that keep them outside
Yes.
and not so much on the screen,
yes.
on the phone, on the iPad.
Yes.
You're good with like the scooters.
Yep.
The new basketball stuff.
Yes.
The outdoor stuff.
Yes.
Which I think is a good pro tip.
And a lot now, because it gets dark so early, a lot of guys will be like, or girls too, they'll be like, I can't go outside and exercise, it's dark. Well, get outdoor lights. Just, you can get the cheapy ones on Amazon,
Yeah.
stick them outside, and they light up your driveway. So I think that's super important. I know that default is screens, right?
Right.
So I think anything to get our kids off the phones, honestly. But again, contradicting that, like a dope phone case or a new upgrade, if
Some new
new headphones. I don't love the in the ear,
I feel
so
like you can give that as a suggestion to people that want to buy your child a gift, and then you make them go outside.
yeah, no,
and ride
it's
the
true,
bike.
100%.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, well, moving to our second most asked question. And we
Mm-hmm.
got this last year too, because I remember it and I'm in this boat. I too need this direction. What do I get? Either my mother-in-law or my boyfriend's mom.
Oh God.
Now, one listener put a caveat on it because she had gifted 2 of these things to her mother-in-law before. So I'm going to put those parameters around you. What do we give our mother-in-law or our boyfriend's mom? No cashmere and no robe. Because we're assuming we've already gifted them that, or they have that, or whatever.
So here's the thing. There's such a spectrum of mother-in-laws.
Amen, sister.
There's your mother and my mother. And your mother who would love and appreciate everything and anything.
True.
And my mother who would say she loves and appreciates anything, but then she returns it. And,
Like
you know,
faster than you.
yeah.
Than, yeah.
Yeah. So my mother only gets gifts of things we know she actually wants, not something we think she might actually want. So I do think, and also my father, you know, loves everything, right?
Yes.
But so you have the mother-in-laws that the best gift you could ever give them is a digital frame with endless pictures in it, right?
That's a great gift.
So that gift is something that my niece and nephew got for my parents. And they live for it. And my
Yes.
dad lives for it. And they're so techie now that you can upload, you can add them
Yes.
daily. And it's brilliant, right? So
I
you can
love
keep
it.
them updated. And, you know, so I think that's great. I default for mother-in-laws to jewelry. Now,
okay.
that can be fine jewelry. It can be costume jewelry. At this point, there isn't much of a price discrepancy
I
these
know,
days,
right.
depending on what you're getting. You know, and I think that but for me, I love people through jewelry. And I think if you know your mother-in-law, which I'm quite certain you do, you know what she likes and doesn't like, she might just like a silver cuff.
Yes.
She might like a gold band with a few little, you know, Swarovski crystals in it or CZs or whatever, or she get her one with one single little baby diamond in it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The price sometimes is not that different. You know, I would say one of my favorite affordable, reasonable, beautiful jewelry resources that I gift so much from, it's insane, is Melinda Maria jewelry.
Oh, the best.
I mean, her prices are beyond. I actually have 8 earrings of hers in my ears right now.
No,
I do.
actually.
No, actually, I have 4 on each ear. And honestly, gifting Huggies of all different sizes. She does tennis necklaces, and it's all costume jewelry, but it looks real. And people are obsessed with it.
Yes.
I love for fine jewelry. I love Ring Concierge. I find to be very reasonable.
And a
Bondi
major
jewelry.
selection there.
If
So
you
many.
have the budget, Jen Meyer jewelry is a forever favorite. Jennifer Fisher jewelry, who does costume and fine.
Right.
You know, the list goes on. I mean, I could talk about jewelry for days and years, but I really think Melinda Maria jewelry, especially for holiday gifting, is great. And also fine jewelry, obviously, if budget is a great one. Please go to Anita Co. or Jen Meyer jewelry, because, you know, you'll always make someone happy there
You'll wear that forever.
forever and ever.
This is a less romantic gift idea. Rachel is an advisor for a steam iron company called
Yes,
Nori.
Nori. God, it's such a good gift.
And that,
I wanna
I'm
talk about
telling
that.
you, it is okay, so picture a flat iron for your hair. It's larger, made for clothing, and it has a steaming functionality. And you press the clothing or the cloth between 2 hot plates.
And you
sort
can
of
travel with it.
like an iron. It is the best clothes accessory
It
I've
is
ever
so
owned.
good.
So
If
it's
you
a
guys have not
great
heard of
gift.
it, it's called Nori.
Yes.
Nori, and it's actually iron spelled backwards.
Love.
And I am an investor. I am a believer. And people are obsessed with it. When
a
my
great
sister found
gift.
out that I was investing in Nori, she was like, I couldn't be more obsessed with anything. She didn't even know that I knew the founders. And people are obsessed.
Great product.
And it's reasonable. And
It
it's
is.
definitely,
It is. And it's good for,
it's unexpected.
It's unexpected.
Good
It's,
for guys or girls.
and it's good for if you're dating somebody and
Yes.
it's been 6 months and you know the mother-in-law, it's your boyfriend's mom. You kind of you've been to a couple dinners, you've been to a couple things, but you don't know her. So I think it's good for
It's also good for your sister-in-law. I mean, it's
Yeah.
honestly, it's a great gift for anybody, truthfully.
but I think it is that good, bridge the gap of
I
I
also
don't really know her.
I also want to note that it's great to travel with.
It is. It's amazing. Okay, next up, we got this question also a couple of times. What would you suggest as gifts for people who are trying to achieve healthier hair?
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to answer that with the best thing that's helped my hair. K18. K18. Okay, so internally you do the Nutrafol, right? So you can take Nutrafol,
Yeah, the supplement,
the supplements, and now they have serum, right? So they have
Yes.
topical. I have used over the last year a product that is now literally like a cult following called K18. And it started with one product that was a little like pump. You put like a dime size after you wash your hair and you just leave it in.
Okay.
And I have used it at the crown of my hair for the last year, and my hair has grown so much. But what it does, it actually molecularly heals and repairs your hair. And it really does. Like all the broken hair at the top where you like burn it and brush it.
So much heat abuse. Yeah.
It rebuilds and strengthens the hair, and it is so effective. And now they've come out with a handful of other products. So it's a little bit more like a system. But if you only can get one product, I would say that the pump, the original like hair mask that you leave in, it's really unbelievable. Okay. And I know like hundreds of people that swear by it. I mean,
and it's called K18.
K18, the letter K and 18. Okay. So that's great. And then obviously there's like incredible hair brands that I'm obsessed with, like Lola V, which you know is Jennifer Aniston's hair care brand. We all want Jen Aniston's hair. I mean, there's so many incredible hair products out there. That is absolutely one of them.
Yes. Okay. We love that. I loved this question so much. I plucked this out immediately. This listener said, I work as a nanny. What is a good gift for the mom that I work for? Mm-hmm. She's a single mom.
Ooh, spa treatment. Nice. Spa treatment. A super cozy robe and eye mask and slipper set kind of thing. Like a massage or anything like that, any wellness like that. Also like maybe like a nice like meal, you know, like a meal, or like even like, you know, obviously flowers are always great, but like honestly something for her.
Yeah.
Because I think the things that single moms don't do is look after themselves. They don't do anything for themselves. So I think anything that puts them at ease, makes them comfortable. Mm-hmm. I always thought, well, I mean, now it's different, I guess, because now you don't buy like DVDs anymore. But I remember years ago being gifted like the entire Friends trilogy.
Wow.
And it was like the best gift ever, you know, and the Twilight trilogy, by the way. I was going to say, do you know what makes me the happiest? When artists do renderings of me with my kids and they take it off a picture, and you can do that now. There's so many options to do that online.
Yes.
There's so many different companies that do that. Yes. I actually had an assistant, one of my very favorite assistants many years ago, would always gift me a vintage like Pucci, Missoni, Hermes, like even if it was the absolute tiniest little trinket.
Yes.
But it was so special.
Yeah.
It was so special because what that said to me is she wants to get me something from one of the things she knows I love. Mm-hmm. She can't spend a gajillion dollars.
Right.
But she went on eBay and spent the time to track down a collectible piece from one of my favorite designers, you know, and no matter how small it is, it was so special, and it sits on my nightstand.
I love it.
And I look at it every day. And
those gifts
are amazing.
You'll have it forever. Okay, next question. Want to gift a perfect gold chain. What do you recommend?
Are we talking real gold?
I think you can give options for both.
Because there's obviously solid gold, and then there's gold plate. There's a million different price variations depending on your budget.
And I feel like gold is expensive right now.
Gold is like as expensive as diamonds.
Yeah. It's high right now.
So I would say a gold chain. I mean, you really have to know the person, obviously, that you're buying for, because the widths and the links, there are so many. I'm going to venture to say that there's thousands, not hundreds of different links.
Yeah.
There's snake links, there's curb links, there's book chains, there's snake chains, there's the pin link, what's it called? The like box chains. I mean, it goes on for days. There's ball chains, which is like what's on dog tags, you know? So I always obviously prefer a thicker chain, because if you're just going to wear a chain like around your neck, I prefer it to sit sort of just either just above your clavicle. So it sits like in that little that little divot between your neck and your clavicle, or just below. Yeah. Because otherwise it won't sit properly, right? You need it to lay flat. Mm-hmm. So I think that I like a weightier chain, because if you're just going to wear that chain, I like it to count.
Yeah, make it count.
I'm not a dainty person, as you know. I'm a dainty person who wears not dainty things.
There you go.
But I would say as resources, I mean, there's so many. That all depends on your price point. Vintage. I love going on eBay for things like this.
Yep.
I love a vintage chain because sometimes the best chains are vintage. And, you know, try to remember that almost every single designer takes inspiration from vintage links.
Oh, 100%.
So, you know, I love a good vintage Gucci link necklace, you know.
cute,
I love
yeah.
a vintage Chanel link. I love a big interlocking link with a toggle.
You could do a whole episode on you talking about gold chains.
I could actually. That was a very dangerous question for me.
I know, right?
It's
very open-ended.
You know, I also like the idea of gifting someone one that either has one pendant on it or one where it has something where they can put pendants on it.
Sure.
You know, because
Gives
that's
them an
fun to build
option.
on.
Sure.
Especially moms.
That's really cute. Okay. Good tips. What's the best beauty stocking stuffers?
Okay, so I have a new obsession with minis. I have an obsession with mini makeup, mini everything.
Same.
For a couple reasons. One is I'm always on the go and I want it in my bag. I want it in my evening bag and I don't travel light, as you know. I have a full face everywhere I go because you never know. I won't use it. I'll probably just use my lip, but I need it all because you never know when you're going to get stuck.
Never know.
So I have all my minis in a bag. And so stocking stuffers to me is a kit of minis or just even one mini or two minis. And especially for the holidays, all the great brands have sets, right?
Yeah.
I love Lawless makeup.
Yes.
I love Lawless. I love her lip products.
Yes, they're great.
And I buy them in sets and I buy them, you know, separately. And I love, and everyone wants it. Everyone wants the lip filler gloss. Everyone loves it. I love her lip liners. They really stay on. I love Rare Beauty, Selena Gomez's brand.
Yes.
So I love minis. I think those are the best stocking stuffers. I love fragrances. If you can get a little like sample trio, not a sample trio, but a little like trio of mini fragrances. That's such a cute stocking stuffer.
That is.
So I love fragrance, little candle sets. Rachel's a fragrance. If you haven't got my fragrance, guys, Empowered,
What are you
Warrior,
doing? You gotta get it.
Instinct, Invincible, and Fearless. I think I got them all. They're so good. They're so good. And yeah, so I think things like that. I think, you know, skincare.
Yeah.
Travel sets.
Yes.
You know, I love that You Beauty has all these minis she sells as a set, the lip compounds. Like, you know, I have so many favorites. I'd be so happy to get.
Oh, you know who does a great set is Charlotte Tilbury.
Yes.
Does the mini pillow top.
Oh my God,
lip
it's
liner
so
and
good.
Lipstick. That is a good one.
With a little gloss over it.
Yep.
It's so good. Yeah, Charlotte Tilbury does some incredible ones. Victoria Beckham is doing some great sets. She does a little fragrance trio that I just got for someone. I'm loving her new fragrances. So.
And the oh my gosh, why am I blinking? Laneige.
Yes, Laneige.
Laneige is a great.
I am such a junkie right now. Like I am so obsessed with so many. There's so much good products out there. If you have a great budget, I mean, get the travel set for Barbara Sturm. I mean, anyone would just attack you if they got that in their stocking.
Yes, they would. You must really love them.
Attack you good, like a big hug attack, like a love attack.
That's great. Okay, I loved this question. I thought it was very interesting because I find myself in this listener's situation a lot. What is a host gift that you can pack into a carry-on suitcase?
A host? Oh God, that's so
You
hard.
have to be able to travel.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a diptyque candle or a Le Labo candle. I think candles are great. You obviously have to wrap it like crazy, but a beautiful candle. Hudson and Grace, Jenny Kane.
Yeah.
A Jenny Kane candle with like a room fragrance. I mean, I love the Aspen one. Is so good.
Will TSA unwrap it? Probably.
It has to be under the ounces.
Yeah.
But in a carry-on, I think you could do that. But I think you could do...
Or just don't actually gift wrap it. Keep it in its box.
Right.
Just in case.
But a hostess gift... Also, serving set, charcuterie board, you know, kind of like a mini cheese board that's like monogrammed is such a great holiday gift. And you could fit that in a carry-on. Not a massive one, but like a little one. You totally could.
You could.
I mean, I love that. I mean, those are like the best gifts that I give. a picture frame, a room fragrance, but you don't want it to spill and it has to be under 3 ounces.
Yeah, yeah.
So
good call. Okay. Our next listener question is one that I found really touching and very beautiful. Her question is, what should I gift my sister who is the full caretaker for our dad?
I mean, I've never been asked that one, and that's a really good one and a hard one, to be honest, because obviously like my immediate fallback is like a spa day, right? Like you take care of dad, let us take care of you, right?
100%.
So I would say that. And the other thing I would say is she's probably waiting hand and foot and doing a lot of kitchen prep and stuff like that. So I think anything that makes that easier. So depending on your budget, but there are so many now affordable like food prep delivery systems.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So like even like a week or a month of like, depending on your budget, of like a food delivery so you don't have to cook, you know, and you could do like even
smart.
Grocery delivery or like, you know, anything like that, I think is, you know, if she's a book reader, a book club delivery, things like that, I think are so nice because it's not something people typically do for themselves. But when you get it as a gift, it's like it keeps on giving.
Yes.
And every time you do it, they'll think of you and they'll be so thankful because it's not something they would have done for themselves.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great idea. I love the book club idea.
Yeah.
If they're a reader.
Yeah. 100%.
Every year, my dad gives me and my sisters a subscription to a magazine.
Right.
So we get it every month.
Yes.
It's really fun.
My dad used to do that too. That's so funny.
I think it's just so sweet and fun to like look forward to it every month.
Yeah.
Love that idea. Okay. Our next question, I also loved. I think it's such a great idea and B, a wonderful question to ask you. Her question is, I'm gifting homemade baked goods this year.
Okay.
How can I make them look special?
Okay. So, well, to me, you have to have the best recipe. Okay. So let's just say like
you want to start with
you need to start
the
and make
good
sure
itself.
it's the yummiest it can be. Don't overcomplicate it. Add something a little special, right? So I love the idea, especially around the holidays. It's all about decorating it, right? It's all in the art of it. So when you start with an amazing product, then I think you get creative with the design, right? Like, so there's so many different cool, like on Williams Sonoma or any of these great, like online on Amazon, you can buy like all the different shapes for the holidays, right? So you do that. But then I think you like personalize it and then you challenge yourself, right? With like color schemes and decorative things. I love when I get baked goods in a cool like box that I can reuse. So you line it with like parchment or whatever, or tissue or whatever, and you put your baked goods in there, you wrap them, and then you put it in a beautiful trinket box or something, like some kind of cool box that you can reuse for makeup or jewelry or whatever. And then you put like little notes. I like affirmation notes. For me, everything in the holidays from literally November 15th to New Year's, I want everything to be sparkling. I want metallic, sparkles, glitter, all the things. So I just think the more the better. Watch out with the glitter because it gets on everything and never comes out. I have seeps of glitter in like sweaters.
I think it was a comedian. It had to be a comedian. Said that glitter is the herpes of arts and crafts. You can't get rid of it.
It's true. It's so true. It is really true, actually. It actually is.
Yeah, it never goes away.
Like I've had glitter stuck to like my eyes after 3 showers.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
yeah. So easy on the glitter.
Easy on the glitter.
But we want it to be fun, festive.
Just decorate. I love ribbons. I love mixing and matching different shapes of ribbons. You can go, of course, on like YouTube or TikTok and look at like one of the greatest gift wrapping things my mother ever taught me was like how to curl a ribbon with a scissor.
Oh, I used to love to
and
do
it's
that.
so therapeutic.
It is. It's so instant gratification.
And I really mean it when I say like affirmation cards because I think we're like living in a time now where people like really forget to stop and think and even read or look at anything. So when they see a little affirmation on a gift and even like a box of cookies or treats or whatever it is, like it's a nice thing to just read and stop for like half of a second.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, I love that idea. And I mean, the freaking velvet bow is here to stay.
I love a velvet bow.
That trend is like in
I love
fashion
it.
and everywhere.
I love
so
it. It's everywhere.
I feel like all else fails, a beautiful velvet bow.
Yes.
Right?
100.
Okay, this question made me laugh out loud because I'm dying for your answer. It's two things that you're not necessarily the biggest fan
A
of.
vibrator, what?
No, God, no. Oh my God, no, not that. This mom asked you, how would you style your kids for a holiday trip to Disney? Because, well, you say, you go.
How would you style your kids for a holiday
So
trip?
I
Disney in Orlando or Disney in LA?
I think either or. It just said
Okay.
Disney. It didn't say World or Land, but it's same, right?
Kinda.
So I think other than climate is even similar too. But I
Oh
think
no,
what
girl, it's a swamp in Orlando.
I know, but maybe not in December, right?
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I think what this mom might be referencing is there's these like moms, TikTokers, mom influencers, whatever you want to say, that dress their kids
As Mickey and Minnie and stuff.
They go all in. So they do like custom shirts and the custom Mickey ears.
Stop.
And the like
Stop it.
the characters, like they go full on for like a day at Disney or a vacation at
Actually.
Disney. Yeah. It's a thing. So I think this mom is just saying like, what's your version of that?
My version is not that.
Your version is not stepping foot in Disney, which is the funniest part. But
I
if you
love
had
Disney.
to-
I do love Disneyland. I don't love rides, but I do love the experience.
You love the magic.
I love it for 2 hours.
Right. Which is a way.
Guys, it's like a 14-hour day. It's like,
long.
it is hard. And I took my parents and my kids. I took Caius for his 6th birthday.
You took your
and he
niece
had
and nephew?
and he had a fever.
Oh, that's right.
That said, I really love It's a Small World.
Sure.
Like
A
I
classic.
could do It's a Small World like over and
classic.
over and over. I have fond memories of that. I have PTSD from Magic Mountain or whatever that was I was in the dark on the roller coaster.
Magic Mountain.
Yeah, whatever that was. I haven't been on a roller coaster since then. And I think I was 9, honestly.
So what is your version
okay.
for Sky and Caius going to a day at Disney?
A day at Disney would mean that I have them in matching outfits.
Sure.
And I'm going to say that for a reason. Every time I travel, I put them in matching outfits because if, God forbid, I can't find one, then I can show anybody my other child and say, he's wearing this.
Are you serious? That's why you do that?
Yeah, of course. That's my logic on a travel day. Of
That's the
course.
most... That is the most psychotic Virgo
Absolutely.
mom shit I've
Absolutely.
ever heard.
Absolutely. Because Caius is a
You'd be
runner.
like, officer, look at what he's
Yes,
wearing.
Caius
You
is a
are
runner.
unwell.
My second child is a runner.
He is,
so
yeah,
you be damn sure that when he was born, I lost him. I lost him in
remember.
Hawaii. I
Hawaii.
lost him at the farmer's market. I've lost him in the Hamptons.
I'm dying.
He is a runner. So at least if Skylar was wearing the same thing, then I could be like, have you seen a little curly-headed boy in this outfit? And it worked.
I'm sure it does.
We had SWAT teams.
I've never heard you say that before. It makes
I
so
can't
much
believe you
sense.
didn't know that.
It makes
That
so
was
much
the
sense, but
logic.
it's also so
So
psychotic.
I can't believe it shocks you.
Okay. All right. So they're matching everyone.
Okay, so they're matching, and I would say I understand getting a little in the theme. Like I would do a little like black and white, maybe,
Sure.
right? Like sure, I can do that. They obviously need to be in sneakers as much as I'd probably want them in black Uggs.
Yep.
But for walking, I would say you have to be in sneaks.
Yep.
But not in character. Not in character. I think they should look cute, and you have to know that those pictures you will look at for the rest of your life and your children will look at for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So you have to know that whatever you put them in, you don't want to regret it.
Right.
So classic.
Yeah.
I'm going to go classic.
Okay. Do the
Black
boys,
and white vibe.
Yeah, black and white. I mean, accent of red. It's
Accent
very
of red.
Mickey. It's
Feels
Mickey.
very Mickey and Minnie.
Do the boys still let you dress them alike? Does Sky?
They
pitch a
will.
fit,
When
or-
we travel, they will.
Yeah.
When we travel, they will.
Okay.
But as a rule, they have such different. Caius will
Vibes.
still put on whatever I give him,
Yeah.
and Skylar, you
Will
know,
fight you on
it's
everything.
yeah, he's a teen off the rails. But Skylar still wants me to pick his clothes
Oh well.
because the girls like when I pick his clothes.
Yeah. See, It's a talking point. He's smart. Such a bright boy.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Loved this question for you. What do you get a fashion lover that has everything?
Oh my God. Honestly, I will say in truth, a coffee table book, but know that if they are a diehard collector and they are a real fashion person, they may have it. But if there's a brand new one out,
good idea.
You can never, I am here to say you can never have too many fashion books.
Yeah.
And no one will ever get mad at a Chanel book.
Never.
You know, and they're not expensive, honestly. Like
you can
coffee
find
table books range.
Priced. Yeah.
100%. And sometimes used like vintage ones are way cooler.
Yeah.
You know, so I think a vintage fashion book is even better.
That's cool. I think too, it's like, don't get them anything fashion, but get them like art that's fashion based.
100%. But it depends on your
sketches
budget. Sketches are great.
Yeah.
Even vintage like Vogue magazine cover prints. I have tons of them.
Love that.
They're amazing. I mean, and no one's ever going to not want that.
Yeah, that's a good take. Okay, last but never least, what are you treating yourself to this year?
Oh my God. You know what? It's free.
What?
Sleep.
I'm going to buy you a sleep chamber that I'm going to lock you in it.
Oh my God.
I'm going to lock you in it. It'll be very cozy. It'll have friends playing on a loop. Mm-hmm. You'll have an endless drip of tea if you want it, but you have to sleep.
I desperately need some sleep.
Yeah.
So I'd say that, and I just did get myself a new Skims bathrobe because it looked so comfortable, and it is. So that, and what else? Let's see how the year rounds out, and maybe I'll buy myself something on holiday because I have my eye on some things.
Oh, what do you have your eye on?
And it's Hermes, obviously.
Oh,
so let's see how the year rounds out.
What color is she?
Let's see how the year rounds out. But honestly, being with my kids, being with my sister, being in like my favorite place to travel to will be just enough. I also need to start manifesting. I need to take this seriously.
Yeah.
I need to talk nicer to myself.
Oh, that's a great takeaway for today. Talk nicer to yourself. Get a little sleep.
I keep hearing that.
You
be
can
nicer to yourself.
Do wonders.
I think everyone, to close my gifting pod today, I want everyone to gift themselves because it's something that people keep telling me to do. So I want to share it with you. I think we all need to gift ourselves being nicer to ourselves.
Yes.
You know, and talking nicely. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Well said.
On that note,
happy
everyone,
shopping.
Happy shopping. While you're being nicer to yourself, go treat yourself to that diamond necklace.
Yeah. A little retail therapy never hurt anybody.
Thank you so much for listening to Climbing in Heels. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the iHeart app, or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss a single episode this season. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at Rachel Zoe and the show at Climbing in Heels Pod for the latest episodes and updates. I will talk to you soon.